We continue our conversation now with Mark Zinna, Democratic candidate for governor and a Tenafly councilman. Thank you for sticking around for another segment. There was recently a Fairleigh Dickinson poll out that must have been good news for you, even though you didn't show up on the poll. No one else did well in it.
Correct.
Phil Murphy only got 17%, considering the money he spent. People thought he should be higher than that. 50% said they don't know who they want. So I imagine you look at that poll and you see an opening.
We were very happy with that poll. We absolutely see an opening, and it goes to the message of what we're trying to deliver to the voters and residents, is that business as usual has to stop because the citizens are tired of it. And I think when someone spends millions and millions of dollars, and other people have been in the legislature for 30 years plus their entire careers, people are tired of that. People don't want to see elections being bought by wealthy individuals who come along and think they deserve it simply because they have the money to buy it.
And that would be Phil Murphy you're talking about.
That would be Mr. Murphy, that's correct.
It was interesting. I was looking at your campaign literature, and it seems like you were focusing, much like Bernie Sanders did, on student loans in the state. And you're spending some time at college campuses. I want to get your position on that. Sure. And what exactly the state could do about that. But also, is that a strategy of yours to go after college voters?
Well, oh, absolutely. I mean, we are looking for senior citizens. We're looking at college voters. We think while they have very different, needs in their lifestyles at the times in their life, their relationships are not connected. Senior citizens, they have to pay for school. For children who are no longer in school, it's a very sensitive topic. College students are trying to get their lives together, and they're getting burdened with debts.
But isn't that mostly a federal issue, the student loans?
Well, no. I mean, is it a federal issue? Yes, but it's also a state issue. But these are our children, they're our students, so it's our issue. We can't just sit here.
And what can you do? What can the state do?
So one of my views is this: is we have a fund where if you're a college student, okay, you go to this fund. Let's assume you have the grades and you have the ambition. You get yourself into college. You meet the normal qualifications. The fund is there to pay back your student loans when you get out of college. And your student loans should, when you go to a state college, should be paid based on your income, based on your ability to pay.
You specifically said state college. Are private colleges exempt from what you're talking about?
Well, private colleges are a whole other situation. I'm specifically focused on state colleges. Chris
Christie would like to renovate the Statehouse. Mm-hmm. It's costly, but he wants to start it when he's in office. The next governor would have to continue that. Are you for that proposal, and would you continue at that pace? No,
I would take $300 million and put it into transportation needs. Potholes, new roads.
I thought the gas tax was for that.
Well, look at, there is which question would you like me to answer first? Okay.
Go ahead.
So I would not waste $300,000 on renovating that building. It should go towards the taxpayers who are paying for it. Their needs should come first, not a building that the current governor thinks needs to be renovated.
And you think the gas tax is insufficient?
I think the gas tax is insufficient for taking care of our transportation needs. First off, it's all very disingenuous. We raise the gas tax, we lower the sales tax. It's like rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. We need to kind of come to terms with how we raise money. There's only two ways to do it: taxes that people pay directly, or debt. And you can't come up with gimmicks and raise this tax this year, lower that tax next year, and again, think it's going to be any different.
Do taxes have to be raised under the next administration?
No, I'm against raising taxes. I think it's a matter of controlling spending, but doing business differently. And we touched on this in the last segment when we brought up the issue of home rule and how expensive it is to run this state. And until we start dealing with very difficult and very emotional issues for people, we're still going to be paying the same taxes, and they will not go down.
And finally, because I think it's required by the FCC, I'm going to bring up Donald Trump to end our conversation.
Okay.
How's he doing so far?
Well, he has set the bar so low in terms of success. If he would just keep his mouth shut for 24 hours, people would think he's doing a great job. Now, I am very unhappy about the things Donald Trump does. I think the White House is demonstrating that It's led by an individual who is emotional, who is thin-skinned, and it's basically out of control.
And if you are the nominee, he helps you. There's an energy in the Democratic Party, isn't there, like you haven't seen in several years?
Oh, of course. He's a result of the mistakes of the Democratic leadership. That's why I'm here. I want to save the Democratic Party from people like him.
And we'll end with that. Sir,
Thank you
so much. I appreciate it. Mark Zinna, Tenafly councilman and officially Democratic candidate for governor. Still to come on Jersey Matters, how learning a musical instrument can fight a debilitating disease.